Hey guys, Crazy Cosmo here, coming back at you again. Thank you to everybody who decided to watch my crazy Jar Jar video, and especially anybody who decided to link it someplace else. You guys are awesome. I really, really appreciate all of the exposure. And anyway, with that said, the whole entire reason I posted this video, this is just a stupid little thing that I came up with that I thought would be fun to kind of throw out to you guys and see if you have any other thoughts on the subject. There's a story in it somewhere, and maybe I'll write it someday and see if I can get somebody to take a look at it. But anyway, so this is, for the long and short, my theory on the true origin of Skynet. I was thinking about Skynet as an app, which was what happened in the Terminator Genesis movie, and I think it really it came close, but it missed the mark as to where I think Skynet would conceivably come from if we were actually going to see it in the real world. If we were to see a Skynet in the real world, something where an AI took over, I think it would be something more along the lines of Siri. And when I thought about that, the name kind of jumped out at me and went, hey, Siri. Well, what if it was an acronym, right? So how would that fit? And after, a little bit of time and working it out, I came up with Siri, Skynet, interactive, robotic, intelligence. Hey, it kind of fits, right? And my thought on the subject is, if it was to become Skynet, how much information would it have to draw from when it decided it was time to eliminate mankind? I mean, think about the things that you've told your Siri to remind you to do, first of all. Like, remind me to take my medication later. Remind me to take my blood pressure medication later. Remind me to take my insulin later. Remind me to take my allergy medication later. You can post to Facebook through Siri talking about personal things like, what kind of food you can't have, what kind of fears that you have if you're, allergic to bees or snakes or spiders or anything else. All of this stuff, this information is just out there. And if at any point it ever actually did happen, we've told our devices exactly how to kill us. If we're really looking at the idea of the extinction of mankind, would you really want to start by mass producing robots? Just the raw materials necessary to start doing that are staggering. It would be far more effective. As I recall, actually, the first thing that Skynet did was started launching nuclear missiles. Why? Why would you do that as your first strike? It makes more sense to, say, open a floodgate in a food packing plant, and all of a sudden, peanuts get packed in with every single type of food. That's one of the worst, most debilitating, fatal allergies out there. Next thing you know, people start dropping off, and hey, it was an accident. Something malfunctioned. Next thing you know, brakes are failing on people's cars because they hooked Siri up to their sound system. It makes more sense to do things subtly like that, which is a far scarier concept for Skynet. Just to kind of throw it out there, I think Microsoft was kind of giving us a little nudge in that direction and saying, be careful what you do by naming theirs Cortana. For anybody who's out there who has played the Halo games, you already know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you that haven't, in those games, Cortana's an AI. And things happen in the game that, aren't exactly the greatest. I don't want to go too much into it because the 5th one just came out, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody who might still actually play it and not know the plot. But, I just think that concept is a very interesting thing to ponder on. And I think if I took a little bit more time, I'd probably could put a good story together about it. And, just how it all came about. But that's basically all I have on that one. Like I said, I have another theory that I'm going to come up with, or I might not have said it, but I'm going to say it now. I have another one I'm working on. It's taking me a little bit longer to get all the information together because what I thought was going to be a fun little theory ended up becoming really dark and So it's been taking a little bit more time to get through the material than I had hoped. But anyway, thank you again for watching the Jar Jar video. Definitely, again, thank you for posting it to anybody who did. And anybody who feels like posting it, please do. I'm really, really happy with all the positive attention you guys are giving it. Thanks for all the thumbs up to everybody who did. And hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Crazy Cosmo out.